Right, we have some breaking news coming in of Ukraine's deputy foreign minister claiming that a Ukrainian plane that arrived in Afghanistan to evacuate Ukrainians has now been hijacked by unidentified people who flew it into Iran. This is the latest update coming in of the Ukraine's deputy foreign minister, who has now claimed that a Ukrainian plane that arrived in Afghanistan to evacuate Ukrainians has been hijacked by unidentified people who flew it into Iran as well. We are still awaiting more details on the same. But according to reports, this is the Ukrainian deputy foreign minister who is now claiming that the plan was with, in fact, an evacuation plane that has now been hijacked. This was from Ukraine. And reports are also suggesting that Ukraine's deputy foreign minister has claimed this. Let me go across to our senior executive editor, Abhishek Kapoor, who's also joining us over the phone line. Yes, Abhishek, over to you. Please share more on this latest news coming in from Ukraine.
Well, these are agency reports, and these are coming in from Russian agencies, from Ukrainian agencies, from Al Jazeera as well. In fact, quoting the TASS, which is a Russian agency, it says that the Ukrainian plane that had arrived in Afghanistan to evacuate Ukrainians stuck in Kabul, and when it flew off, it was hijacked by unidentified people. And this is a claim made by Ukraine's Deputy Foreign Minister Yevgeny Yanin. And the quote is that, according to him, last Sunday the plane was hijacked by other people. It seems there's a time lag also going by these reports, because today, remember, it's Tuesday, and the plane seems to have been hijacked on Sunday, which means it has not been in air all this while. And again, these reports suggesting that the plane was hijacked to Iran. Now, why the Iranians have not spoken about it, or why the hijackers, who according to these reports are armed or were armed, have not spoken to anyone, that remains a bit of a mystery. So the deputy minister, for example, has not reported about this for the last 24 hours, and now comes the reports coming out. So whether Ukraine wants to do something about it, whether they have approached some agency, whether they have approached the Iranians, whether the Iranians have made a statement, it's too early to say. But then these reports being attributed to TASS, which is a Russian agency, and Al Jazeera, which is a news organization based out of Doha, both suggest that the claim of Ukraine minister, deputy foreign minister, that their plane has been hijacked while coming out of Kabul. And the deputy minister of foreign affairs has also underlined that the whole diplomatic service is working on, and they perhaps initially thought that there was a crash, but then those reports, they couldn't find any evidence of that. And essentially, it's a military transport plane. It was carrying 83 people on board, including 31 Ukrainians, and it says that it arrived from Afghanistan to Kiev, and then the presidential office reported that 12 Ukrainian military personnel returned home as well, and then perhaps it was hijacked. So a little complicated story emerging based on these reports, and we as yet don't know whether the Ukrainians have really taken it up with the Iranians, or whether the Iranians have acknowledged that the plane was indeed hijacked and is, as of now, somewhere in Iran.
In fact, Abhishek, if you can also share more details of what the reports, international media reports, are currently stating, because this, according to the statement coming in from the deputy foreign minister, he states that it was last Sunday when their plane was hijacked by these people, and on Tuesday the plane was practically stolen from them, and then it flew to Iran with some unidentified group of passengers on board instead of airlifting Ukrainians.
Well, exactly. So we don't know whether the plane is hijacked, whether the plane is stolen, whether the plane met with a crash, because these are limited reports, Richa, and these are attributed to the Ukrainian Deputy Foreign Minister Yevgeny Yanin, and he has claimed that the entire machinery of his ministry, the Foreign Affairs Ministry, is working on it, and they are yet to reach any conclusion. The only details we have is that it was, like it is happening in the case of evacuations by other nations, essentially military transport planes are being used, which can carry a little more passengers as compared to the civilian aircraft, and it had 83 passengers on board,
Right.
of which 31 were Ukrainians and rest perhaps Afghan refugees and the crew. So let's wait
Yes.
for a while before we get to get more details for the viewers.
All right, stay with us, Abhishek. We're also going across to Niranjan, who's also joining us now. Yes, Niranjan, over to you. Please share more of this latest updates coming in. What exactly was the situation like, and what is the official version coming in from Ukraine as well?
Well, we can confirm to you that the Ukrainian Foreign Ministry has confirmed the hijacking, and what we know is that the plane was hijacked by the people who flew it out of Afghanistan. The Ukrainian plane had arrived in Afghanistan to evacuate Ukrainians and was hijacked by unidentified people who flew to Iran. Now we don't know which airline, which airline it was, but what we can confirm to you is that the plane has been hijacked, and this is Ukraine's Deputy Foreign Minister Yevgeny Yanin who has confirmed the development. The plane, we are told, flew out of Afghanistan and was taken to Iran and was hijacked by the people who flew the plane. Now we don't know whether it was the crew or whether it was someone else. But what I can tell you is that Russian agencies are also confirming the hijacking. Russian agency TASS has confirmed Russian agency TASS has confirmed that the Ukrainian plane was hijacked in Kabul. And Yevgeny Yanin did not report anything about what happened to the plane or whether Kiev would try to get it back. Now, this is what we know, and there is a very detailed copy. And there's a very detailed copy of the development, and we're trying to get more details of either the plane or we don't know whether it was a calm air flight. We don't know whether it was a calm air flight, but we're trying to find out more details if it was indeed a calm air flight or some other flight. So these are initial details that are trickling into the newsroom. We're trying to find out. And there is a related breaking news update coming in that international flights have been suspended from Kabul. International flights suspended from Kabul for a while. This is an urgent breaking news update that's coming in. We're getting in more breaking news details of the ongoing developments. In fact, we're tracking the developments minute to minute. It's a developing situation, so we're getting in details as and when we're picking them up. We don't know whether it was a calm air flight. But according to reports, it was a calm air flight, and the flight had landed in Iran. Now, which city in Iran, we're trying to get more details. But according to the minister in Ukraine, that's the Deputy Foreign Minister, he said last Sunday our plane was hijacked by other people. On Tuesday, the plane was practically stolen from us, flew into Iran with an unidentified group of passengers on board instead of airlifting Ukrainians. Now, what essentially he means is that it was an unidentified group of passengers. It was an unidentified group of passengers that were on the flight. We don't know whether it was indeed people who it was meant for. They're saying that instead of airlifting Ukrainians, they left with unidentified people. And next three evacuation attempts were also not successful because the people could not get into the airport. And hijackers were armed, is what they are saying. They're saying that the hijackers were armed. And this is a breaking news update. The deputy minister did not report anything about what happened to the plane or whether Kiev would seek to get it back, or how the Ukrainian citizens had got back from Kabul on board this practically stolen plane, or another one was sent by Kiev. Now, this is what we know as of this minute. We are all picking up details of what the Ukrainian minister has said. What the Ukrainian minister has said to the media. Now, the military, on Sunday, a military transport plane with 83 people on board, including 31 Ukrainians, arrived from Afghanistan to Kiev, and the presidential office had reported that 12 Ukrainian military personnel returned home, while foreign reporters and public also evacuated. Now, these are details we are picking up. And all of this is based on the Russian news agency TASS, and we're getting all the details. We're trying to get all the details. We can't confirm whether it was a plane of calm air, and we're staying only on this story. It's a huge
update, and we are non-stop. Abhishek is still there. Abhishek, we are hearing that the hijacked plane is in Mashhad. We're trying to get more details. Can you confirm where the plane was taken or what reports are suggesting? Was it taken to Mashhad? Abhishek, are you there? Now, we're getting in reports that the hijacked plane may have been taken to Mashhad, but this is the report, in fact, that we have, and we're trying to get more details to see if we can, track the plane, the flight path of the train, of the plane, and what we know is that it didn't take off with the people it was intended to take off with. Who was on board the plane, we don't know. Who hijacked it is something that is not clear as of this minute, but we can confirm to you that the plane was hijacked, and it's been confirmed now also by the Ukrainian minister, by the Ukrainian deputy foreign minister. So these are details we're picking up. In fact, we're waiting for more clarity on whether it was a Calm Air flight. Now, we can't confirm that. Once again, these are only reports. We are going by reports in the Russian news agency TASS, which is confirmed that. And if you can see this, if my video journalist can please focus on this report, and this report also confirms that it was a Ukrainian plane that was hijacked in Kabul and did not take off with intended passengers. Now, who was on board the plane, we don't know. But one thing that the report does mention is that there were armed hijackers on board. The report confirms that there were armed people on board who hijacked the plane and took it to Iran, a city in Iran. Which city, we are not clear yet. Was it Mashhad or was it Tehran? We don't know, but we are waiting for more updates. There's a related development also coming in from Kabul that all international flights have been stopped for a while. We are also monitoring the wires, Associated Press, trying to see if they can give us a live shot of the Kabul airport, just to give you an idea of the situation there. And these are updates that we are getting. And there was a picture that came in some time back, but we can't confirm whether it was a Calm Air flight. I'll repeat that. We can't confirm whether it's a Calm Air flight. So we're being very careful in what we're putting out while tracking the developments of what really happened on board. So these are details we're picking up. Once again, I'm quoting what the minister has said in Ukraine. He said, last Sunday, our plane was hijacked by other people. On Tuesday, the plane was practically stolen from us. It flew into Iran with an unidentified group of passengers on board. Instead of airlifting Ukrainians, we will take the quote. In fact, the quote is there on news agency TASS, quoting the minister. The minister, we will take the quote and we will give you the exact details as well in a short while from now. But the minister is quoted on record as saying that the plane was practically stolen from them. It flew into Iran with an unidentified group of passengers on board instead of airlifting Ukrainians. And 3 evacuation attempts were also not successful because people could not get into the airport. Hijackers were armed. Russian agency report saying that the hijackers were armed. However, the deputy minister in Ukraine did not report anything about what happened to the plane or whether Kiev would seek to get it back or how the Ukrainian citizens got back from Kabul on board of this practically stolen plane or another one sent by Kiev. Staying with these details and trying to pick up more details as we get more inputs. But this is what we know so far. We'll try and go back to Abhishek to get more details. If you can go across to Abhishek, and some reports suggesting that the plane may have been taken to Mashhad, but we're waiting for an input on that. The plane did take off from Afghanistan, but did not take off with the people it was intended to leave with. The plane was sent there to evacuate Ukrainians, but that did not happen. We are told that the plane left with unintended, with people who are not supposed to be on the plane, and they were armed hijackers. And we are trying to find out whether the plane. We're trying to see if some Iranian reports can also confirm this, but this is what we know so far. The first confirmation coming in from the Ukrainian deputy foreign minister, who has confirmed that this is almost as if they had lost the plane because it was completely taken out of their hands. It's a bizarre situation to be in right now. we are waiting for more and more details. And they were armed hijackers. I'll repeat that. There were armed hijackers who took control of the plane. Abhishek is also joining us live. We're getting in multiple reports and multiple anchors, so we'll get different anchors from our studios as well in Delhi. We'll get our anchors in Delhi as well. Abhishek is joining us from the newsroom in Delhi. Abhishek, confirmed now that the Deputy Foreign Minister of Ukraine has said the plane was taken away from them. They were armed hijackers, did not leave with the intended passengers from Ukraine, instead left with another group of unidentified people. Plane was sent from Ukraine to Kabul to evacuate Ukrainians. Instead, it left Kabul with unidentified people. The plane had armed hijackers, was taken to Iran. This is what we know. In fact, a very interesting quote coming in from the Ukrainian Foreign Minister. I'd like to read, Ukrainian Deputy Foreign Minister. I'd like to read that. He has said, last Sunday, our plane was hijacked by other people. He says, last Sunday, our plane was hijacked by other people. On Tuesday, the plane was practically stolen from us. It flew into Iran with an unidentified group of passengers on board instead of airlifting Ukrainians. Our next 3 evacuation attempts were also not successful because our people could not get into the airport. And it also says that the hijackers were armed. The hijackers were armed. The Deputy Minister did not report anything about what happened to the plane or whether Kiev would seek to get it back or how the Ukrainian citizens got back from Kabul, saying it was practically stolen. This is news agency TASS, Russian news agency TASS, that is reported and confirmed. That is confirmed the hijacking did take place after the plane literally went out of their hand. I think, Abhishek is also joining us live. We're going to get multiple reporters live on the story. But before that, I'd like to go across also to Sadegh Ziba Kalam. Sadegh Ziba Kalam is a professor of political science, University of Tehran, author and political analyst. Mr. Sadegh Ziba Kalam, sir, can you help us understand what's going on? If you have any details of what may be happening in this case, the Ukrainian Deputy Foreign Minister, quoted on record, is saying that a plane took off from Kabul. They don't know who was on the plane. They say they were armed hijackers, and the plane was taken to Iran. They don't know who was in the plane, or who hijacked the plane, or who left from Kabul.
Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. As you can very well imagine, the situation right now at Kabul is very chaotic. It has been chaotic since the Taliban entered into Kabul. No one in Iran has any knowledge or first-hand information about the hijacked plane, nor about the people who were on board. The Iranian authorities they have been very tight-lipped, and they even refused actually to announce that whether or not such an incident, such a hijacking has happened, because apart from the fact that the situation is very critical at the moment, we all know that Ukrainian plane was shot down by Iranian missiles 2 years ago, and it has created a lot of problem internationally for Iran. So Iranians are very, very careful not to give out any news for the time being. However, it is not a secret that the relation between Iran and Taliban, the hardline part of the Iranian government, the relation has been very warm, and despite the fact that Taliban ideologically are against Shiite, but because of their anti-American stand, they have been welcomed. The victory has been welcomed by Iranian authorities, and whether or not the Iranian support for for Taliban has had any role in this incident, in this hijacking. We don't know. We have to wait for further news and further development.
But you're saying, and I hear you when you say that you feel that Iran would ideally want to be tight-lipped about something like this, right? That Iran would ideally want to be tight-lipped in a situation like this.
Yes. Iran wants to be very tight-lipped and not to let out any information, any knowledge, neither about passengers and possible dignitaries, possible high-ranking officials who were in the plane, nor about the hijackers. Who are they, and whether or not they belong to any group.
Yes, we'll try and get some more voices. But this is one such. Can you hear me? Yeah. Mr. Zivek Kalam, just stay with me.
I can hear you.
Yeah, just stay with me, because this is one picture that emerged of one of the planes that left from Kabul towards Mashhad. Now, we don't know whether it's the same plane, so let's ignore for a minute, ignore the airline. But this is a map that came in of a flight tracking map from Kabul to Mashhad. Now, the Ukrainians have gone on record to say, Mr. Zivek Kalam, that the flight took off on Sunday. They say it took off on Sunday. It was intended for Ukrainians, but they don't know who took control of the plane. There were unidentified people on board. There were armed hijackers on board. So you see, the irony of the situation is, in Kabul, they don't know who was on the plane. In Ukraine, they don't know who was on the plane. But they do say that people who were on the plane who left from Afghanistan to Kabul, it was hijacked the moment it left Kabul. Tell us a little more. Yeah, and I'd like you also to tell our viewers a little bit about Mashhad. Tell us a little bit more about Mashhad to our viewers in English. Yes, go ahead.
Well, obviously, Mashhad is the principal city, the nearest principal city to Afghanistan, and there are many Afghani people living in Mashhad, in that province. Again, we have to wait and not to rush into any conclusion to see if there have been any collusion between Afghanis who have been living in Mashhad and the people who have hijacked. One theory that we can think is that there might have been some high-ranking Afghani official belonging to the previous government, and Taliban actually is after them, and Taliban has managed to actually hijack the plane, and the safest place that the plane could have landed is Mashhad. That again, this is just a theory. And we have to, as I said, we have to wait for further information.